Hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my Sonic the Hedgehog 3 spoiler review. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alrighty everyone, so as I said, this is a spoiler review, so if you have not seen the movie Sonic the Hedgehog 3, please go watch this movie in the theater. Highly recommend. Go watch this in the theater and then come back and watch this review. So, this is a PG movie. I absolutely love this movie. I want to say already that it's my favorite without giving the full review. It's my favorite of the Sonic trilogy that's out now. It's already been confirmed that there's a Sonic 4 coming. I'm really excited for that. And I was listening to John Campea review this movie, and his brother-in-law was like, "This is they're just going to keep pumping out movies." John Campea's brother-in-law loves Sonic, and no doubt this movie is fantastic. I would rank them 3, 1, 2. I think 2 was a fun movie, but it had all the elements that it needed to. It just felt a tad weaker. But it still grew. It did a lot of great things. This one, the score for Tom Holkenborg is great. Tom Holkenborg, also known as Junkie XL, is one of my. If you didn't watch my top 10 movie composers, be sure to check that out. He's in there. It's great. I love him. And it's just, the music just elevates the movie. All 3 of the movies, especially the first one. The first film is like one of my favorite soundtracks ever. It's just so good, like catchy, very action-packed. And this one is just very similar. And going right into that, the action of this movie, like specifically with Shadow, who's a new character. I love Shadow. Like the action that's in this, the music just invigorates the action. It just makes it even better, and it just makes the scenes feel lived in, which is what I love about all these types of movies. Shadow, being voiced by Keanu Reeves, was one of these ones I really liked. It fits the personality of Shadow specifically, and it also is a great callback to the first Sonic movie. I was doing a bunch of like rewatches before Sonic 3 came out, and in the first Sonic movie, you see Sonic looking at Tom and Maddie, and they're watching Speed, which Keanu Reeves is in Speed, and Sonic goes, "Keanu, you're a national treasure." So I like the little callback tie-in that now Keanu's voicing a character in Sonic. It's so good. And Shadow brings just the right kind of gravitas and oomph to this franchise. Such a great new villain of sorts. Then he's redeemed at the end, and the characters like Knuckles and Tails are great together. Agent Stone and Eggman, when Sonic's working with Eggman, and there's 2 Eggmans. Jim Carrey brings it his all, and is great as both Robotniks. Gerald Robotnik, who is the grandpa of regular Robotnik, of Ivo Robotnik, and I just love this story here. There's some backstory to Shadow's character with Gerald Robotnik working with him, working on Project Shadow. People say that it's not a great backstory. Now, I don't know all the lore on Shadow, but I thought they did a really good job. Speaking of Shadow's backstory, Maria, the actress that played Maria, was the girl from this horror movie called Sting. Go check it out. If you like spiders, go watch it. If you don't like spiders, don't go watch it. But she was also young Furiosa, the young girl they picked to then put Anna Taylor-Joy's face on young Furiosa. So that's a cool casting choice for Maria. Liked her and Shadow's relationship there. People said it wasn't really good. Well, when I say people, I say specifically John Campea and his brother-in-law didn't think it was good backstory, but there wasn't enough. And I'm like, it was fine. I think the thing that worked for me though was that they used it properly, where in Sonic 2 they had this long chunk of human storylines where I think that if they drew out his backstory a little longer, it wouldn't have felt like a Sonic movie. But that's just me. I thought that they did a good amount of backstory for a Sonic the Hedgehog movie for his character. I liked it. I thought it was very sweet. And I liked the callback, too. I thought it was very emotional. I didn't get, like, teary-eyed, but I thought it was really emotional. I was getting, like, wow, this is super deep. When Sonic, or Tom is talking to Sonic, and specifically when they go to the cave, Sonic and this Team Sonic has a little race, and there is a moment when they get to the Sonic's cave from the first movie, and Tom's like, you'll always have us in here, like in the lungs, no, in your heart, which is in the trailer. And then later you see Maria go, you'll always be in here, Shadow, in my heart, and it's like, and then later Sonic is when Sonic uses the Chaos Emerald to become Golden Sonic, and Shadow gets it. He's like the white with the red on it, because he has red on this, and he's like white with that. They both get it, and he's comforting Shadow, and he's like, you always have me in here. So they use they tie that moment in, but both ways with both Hedgehogs, and it works so well. I just love the action with Shadow. All of it works for me, and when Sonic and Shadow are fighting, it's great. When both Eggman are fighting, it's great. Both Jim Carrey's are doing a dance number in this, and also there's character Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter's in this. I agree with John Campea. She has like nothing to do with the movie. I was like, oh cool, Jessica Jones is there, and she's like just doing her own stuff, and she's like, I'm gonna do this. Let me get this. Let me get this. Let me do this. And it's like, really? That was all you did? Like kind of awkward stuff. She's like there for like a minute, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna walk through this hallway. Oh, I'm here now. Hi. I was like, what? She was a waste of an actress, but I liked her in the movie as an agent, but other than that, she's not like, yeah, like, I'm not taught. My one friend who loves Sonic, when we went and saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I think he might have seen Jessica Jones. He's watched Daredevil, but I'm going to say, oh, Jessica Jones, the actress, is in the movie, but she doesn't do anything. Just there. Hi. Whatever. Okay, cool. I said, by the way, I like the story, like the backstory and the tying it. I think it really worked for, as John Campea's brother-in-law put it, this is, it's all about family. They actually did make a Fast and the Furious reference in the first movie, so it's like Fast and the Furious for kids, and they did make a reference in the first movie. It's all about family, Tom. And now Sonic has a family. So I really like that they're building the family, and it's a good story, and they go try to save, who are they saving? They try to go get the key, they do all this, like, spy, like, Ocean's 11 type story, and then just going to get the key, and then taking down, they're going to, like, blow up the Earth, and all sorts of stuff. By the way, Agent Stone gets treated like crap, so I hope he joins Team Sonic, but I don't know. But I just love the development of Jim Carrey, his mustache, his fat body. It's so good. I love everything about it. And like I said, the comfort of Shadow and Sonic. There's just so much good stuff in this movie. The music, the fighting. There's even a reference to Tails being Detective Pikachu from the trailer. I think that there's something about this, though. Some of the jokes were in the trailer, but there's a lot of good stuff in the movie. Oh, when they're in the cage, though, the security system, and he's like, my full security system's here. The nunchucks. And he's like, oh, it still works. So I like that bit. I like that tie from the first movie. For me, this is my favorite. Before I get to the end credits, this is my favorite one. And the reason for that is, I haven't talked about the end credits yet. I feel like I should do that. The end credits, though, so we don't know if Jim Carrey's still out there. I'm going to have to look up if Jim Carrey's still out there. But he was in space. Because Knuckles and Tails save him when both Jim Carreys are fighting. By the way, Jim Carrey, Gerald Robotnik has these claws and a tail. A scorpion tail. I'm like, that's not the scorpion I want. I want Scorpion from Spider-Man. Where is he? So that was cool. And then regular Ivo Robotnik's like using like mantis claws. So that was funny. And the end credits, you see one Metal Sonic, and you see a bunch of Metal Sonics turn up around him. Metal Sonic tries to shoot Sonic, and then you see Amy Rose with the hammer go, and you see her take her mask off, you see her take her mask off, her hood off, and it's Amy Rose. Very excited for that. John Campea didn't like it, but I did. I liked it a lot. And then that was the first one. Metal Sonic and Amy Rose is here. And you see the final one, like 5 seconds of bum, 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 of Shadow taking the little handcuffs. So he's back. Shadow's back. Shadow's still out there somewhere. So I can't wait for part 4. But this is the best one for me because particularly the animation, the designs have gotten better. It felt like Shadow was a much better. I liked part 2, but it felt like Knuckles was good, but it's like my least favorite. 1 was a great road trip movie. It was a great buddy cop for Tom and Sonic to become best buds. And the jokes in that, I love the first one so much. And the music so much. Like, the second one's fine, but it's just like, it has more video game elements. All of a sudden they get more video gamey as they go along. But the second one, I like that Eggman robot was fun and whatever, but it was like, cool. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, the second one's fun. But the third one just felt the most video gamey, the most fun, the most, like, we're developing even more. And just what they did, like, music, action, video game stuff. And when they're flying through space, and Shadow and Sonic are flying through space to shoot all the robots, I was like, this is awesome. This is awesome music. And the last moment when, like, the Live and Learn song, when Shadow and Sonic are flying, shooting up stuff, it's like, this is an awesome song. It felt like the music from 3 felt most video game, most Sonic-esque, just like the first movie did. And I have one problem with Sonic 2. That is, when they took an Ant-Man and the Wasp track and inserted it in a Sonic movie, I'm like, okay, you got 2 problems here. A, you have a composer where you can just make your own original score, which you've been doing. And 2, you have loads of Sonic the Hedgehog video game tracks you can make remaster. Just do that. Apparently they didn't want it, but this felt clear-cut, original, everything. So if this is the best Sonic movie, giving it a 9 out of 10. So yeah, my rating is 9 point out of 10. 9 out of 10. Definite great. I'd say 10 out of... Problem is, I'm going to say this first Sonic movie was basically a 10 out of 10 movie. Like, I mean, everybody loved it. This was a 10 out of 10 too. What am I doing? Why do I say 9 out of 10? Because everybody will help me. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. I think the second one was a 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. That's their trilogy. That's the ranking for the movies. And 10 out of 10. And the future of this is looking strong. I don't see anything wrong with this. Like as I said, John Campio's brother-in-law said that this is like Fast and the Furious franchise. We're going to keep pumping these out, making new characters, not making new characters, but bringing in new Sonic characters. I love it. I hope that in the next one we have, since we got Amy in the post-credit scene, I hope what we do is in the 4th one we get Silver. Like we did, like remember in Sonic 1, we got the Tails post-credit scene, and then we got Knuckles in 2. I hope we get Amy is in, and then we see Silver. That would be awesome. So what I hope is we have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. This is a theory. I don't know this. We have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Shadow joins the team. I hope Shadow joins the team. And Amy Rose, obviously, at the end of the post-credit scene. That's 5. I hope Silver pops in. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that feels like the next obvious choice. I also know that there's a crocodile or something. I'm gonna look this up while we're on the video here. This is just spur of the moment. Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Vector the crocodile. I remember him from the Olympic video games. Very cool, very interesting character. I don't know if they'll bring him in the movies. There's Cream the Rabbit. There's Rogue the Bat, which would be cool. So Amy Rose was just in the end post-credit scene. There's Jet the Hawk, obviously Metal Sonic we saw at the end. And Big the Cat. We can't forget about Big the Cat. That'd be awesome to see in the movie as well. So, I don't know what they're doing. There's also Blaze the Cat, Eptiso the Chameleon. I didn't know there was a chameleon. I forgot about that. Silver the Hedgehog. So, we'll have to see what happens. Lots of cool characters. I mean, we got, like I said, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. I mean, there's a slew. I don't know why it says there's 2 Sonics. Maybe I'm just tripping. A classic Sonic the Hedgehog. There's regular Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog again. But yeah, I mean, Amy Rose, but Rogue the Bat. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Great movie. 10 out of 10. Can't wait to see the future of this. The next one's in development, or they're planning on it. So I watch these things all the time. All the time. We saw this on Friday, the opening night, and not Thursday night screening. But I can't wait for the next one, and I will be there. I will be there. You gotta go fast. So, I love the Sonic movies. I say love, but first one loved, second one 9 out of 10. Still loved it, but it's fine. Third one's great. I just feel like because Shadow brought a lot of gravitas. Like Idris Elba's great, but I feel like also he's more of a comedic character, and him as a villainous character was like a, eh. But Jim Carrey's awesome. I hope the next one has Jim Carrey. That's all I gotta say on that. Before I leave, I hope Jim Carrey's in the next one because he carries this franchise. He really does, and I don't like it. It'd be sad if he died or just like said, "I'm parting ways." I'm like, no, the franchise will never be the same with you again. So I don't know. But these movies are great with Jim Carrey all around. Everything about him is awesome. So 10 out of 10 movie, great story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Well, I'm having issues with Instagram. That's another video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe as of now. Be sure to check out my Facebook if you want to check me out on there. I have no posts. I have a couple posts, but I'm going to try to do some stuff on social media. I'm trying to figure out social media hullabaloo. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me as you can on Facebook. Like, Screen Speak, I think it is. My name, Spencer Herring. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and watch the screen. Watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.